Welcome back to Beauty Shop Diaries. Today I have a longtime friend with me, Latisse Logan, and today she came up with this amazing topic when positioning feels like punishment.
Yes.
So, have you ever had everything that was familiar stripped from you? Your relationships change, maybe your financial security was challenged. Um, the people who made you feel safe were no longer physically present. And instead of seeing purpose, all you could feel was pain. That's what positioning can feel like.
Yes, indeed. Um, when God gave me the topic, when positioning feels like punishment, it was because I was going through something. I lost a job after I've been there for 10 whole years. Out of the blue, my position got terminated. And I did not understand it. I did not know why it happened to me. I did everything right. I was the glue. I was who everybody come to. Why did it happen to me? What did I do?
Yeah.
Blaming myself like I had to have done something wrong. It's punishment. What did I do?
Wow.
But when God woke me up out of my sleep, and He said, it's not punishment, it's positioning.
That's powerful.
Girl, changed my whole perspective on me going through what I had to go through. Been out of work for the past 8 months. I've watched people get promoted on their jobs. I watched people that didn't have a job get a job, going on all of these interviews, and nothing was landing. When I tell you the interviews was top notch, because I interview well, okay?
Yes,
so I don't know why I was not getting these jobs. I was told I was overqualified. I didn't have enough education. I was, so I'm underqualified. Oh, you perfect for the position, but ghosted.
Wow.
Finances starting to really take a hit. Savings is taking a hit. Everything is taking a hit, and I'm going, why am I being punished? But God.
But God.
When I tell you, I have landed a position that is unmatched. The benefit package, what I'm going to be doing, which is working with the homeless people, the homeless population, is everything that I have been groomed for. And I'm in the right position for God to use me in a way that is going to blow my mind. And I know that. I had a prophet to say to me, she said, do you have a passport?
Oh, wow.
And
Let's
I
go.
said, right? I said, no, I don't have a passport. You need to get a passport because you're going to be traveling.
Wow.
I said, okay, I'll get me a passport. But it's never the surface. I always look for the lesson. And that's what I learned. Look for what God is doing. His hand is in it. Look for it and wait on His answer.
Yeah.
Okay? And waiting doesn't mean doing nothing.
That's good, Tisa.
Waiting means do the work. Do what you need to do. And that's what I did. And I prepared myself for this position while I was waiting.
While waiting, absolutely. That's something you said that I have a story about that for, yeah. But something else you said was you had to change your perspective. Perspective is everything. And it's hard to do when you're in the middle of the storm. And I have been blessed enough to witness your growth through the waiting. And I know who you are. I know what God has put inside of you. And I'm excited. I am extremely excited. But I also know that in that season of what felt like punishment, you didn't skip a beat.
I did not skip a beat.
Did not skip a beat. You lost nothing.
I lost nothing, but gained so much in this. It's because I didn't waddle, and I got back up.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I felt like I was knocked down, but I was pushed. Because I had to be pushed in order to fulfill what God had put on the inside of me. And I got to tell you about this.
Yes.
Just let me know when you're ready.
Yes,
because this is all a part of the process.
Absolutely. So much was birthed in that season. And, I can absolutely relate to position and feeling like punishment through me losing my anchors, what you call my islands, my daddy and my granny.
Oh boy.
It was the hardest season of my life. Not just those two, but 5 family members in a period of 3 years. But my daddy and my granny being my anchors,
right.
And their physical absence just made me realize that all those emotions that I had been suppressing, and I thought I was comfortable, I thought I was good, all of that came up. And something else that you said, you got up. That's a choice.
Oh, that's good, Tori.
And that's the same in my situation, dealing with grief, when my world was turned upside down and I was angry, frustrated, overwhelmed. And I made a decision because I felt myself slipping. I felt myself slipping into a dark place, but I made a decision. I made a decision to get healthy. And that was that. What felt like punishment has also been part of the grooming for another business that I would have never imagined. So, which brings us here to Beauty Shop Diaries.
I'm telling you, pain produces purpose. Pain is so necessary.
Yeah.
Just like a diamond. It's no way that we're going to get the purifications of a diamond if not going through the heat that it has to the pressure in order for all of the impurities to fall off. Some people just don't belong in your circle and in your life, and when heat come, you'll see who's there, who's supposed to be there and who don't supposed to be there. When the heat shows up,
so true.
And it releases all of the impurities. And what happened was when I decided not to waddle but to get up, God began to show me who I am, and everything wasn't pretty. I had to change the way I thought. I had to humble myself, and I had to trust him in the midst of all of this. So what happened was God gave me something to do. I read, he said, read, and this is through Pastor Apostle Helen Jones. She told me in a Bible study, she was telling everybody that she read the book of Psalms and how it helped her. I said, well, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do whatever it takes. But when I read the book of Psalms 1, I wrote affirmations to the Psalm. And I did it every single day for 150 days. I did not miss a day. And when I read the book, or when I read the Psalm, I wrote affirmations and I said them out loud. It took me from day 1 to day 150, took me about 6 months to complete. But now, mind you, my money was getting funny in the process. Change was strange. Okay, couldn't rob Peter no more, you broke. So I said, well, how can I make money? Y'all, I had my this thick book that I've been writing all my affirmations in every day. And he literally said, what's in your hand?
Wow.
Girl.
The book.
When I tell you, I wrote, instead of doing 150, because our attention span
so short,
I did 31 days of affirmations. And in those affirmations, reading the book of Psalms, reading a psalm a day. I did the affirmation, the declarations. I began to speak over my life. And then I did some reflection questions in this book so that we can examine ourselves in it. Okay. And y'all, when I tell you, this book has been selling so good, I've been having the money that I need. God is amazing. He wastes nothing. He does not waste anything. Whatever you are going through, there is something in it that is going to benefit you. Let me tell you, he said in his word, it is Romans 8:28. It's about the love. No. Y'all, why my mind just went blank? All things work together for the good of them that love the Lord and those who are the called according to his purpose. I don't care what you're going through, it is for your good. What I went through the last 8 months of being unemployed was for my good. And in me going through it has helped so many people, because not only do I get to tell my testimony, but my book has been passed around to empower each and everybody that read it.
Absolutely.
And do the work.
Do the work.
Do the work. Because faith without works is dead.
It's dead. Now, you said a whole lot, but you said when you were faced with yourself. That is the hardest thing for us to do.
It is.
To face self. But in that season of positioning, that's what we're forced to do. Yeah. And I'm so grateful that God gave you something to do. We talked about that so many times. I'm so glad that he spoke to you that way. But yes, TC, you being able to sit with yourself and see yourself, the good and the bad, and being willing to do the work.
Yes.
Positioning can also, for me, in my experience with grief, because that's what pushed me to my purpose, I was faced with an identity crisis. So positioning can also feel like that. You know, who am I now without this position that I have had? And I knew I was going to be here. I've been here for 10 years. I'm doing all the right things. Now I don't have it anymore. Who am I outside of this? Right? Who am I, Tori, without my granny and my daddy to show up for them? And who am I? And we can put our identity sometimes in other people and in positions. And like you said, God wastes nothing. So everything it's always for us to go within. And that's what I encourage y'all to do. Self-awareness is the gateway. And it's not easy, but sit with yourself, get real with yourself, and be willing to do the work.
Be willing to do the work. Sitting in your pity is not going to help you. Get up and do the work. Because after this, there is glory. Because y'all, when I tell you the position that I have now, that I would start August 10th, I'm going to help change the world.
Absolutely.
I'm trying to tell you, God will put you in a position that he can use you, that he get glory. Everything that you go through is that God get glory. So go through it, because the Bible said count it all joy. Y'all, it's not to break you, it's to shape you. And it's to put you in position that God get glory out of your life.
Said something else. You're gonna change the world. Speak life there, Miss Latisse.
Speak life.
Speak life.
Exactly.
I love that.
You gotta speak.
Yeah.
You gotta speak what you want, not your current situation. Speak it out of your mouth, because the more you hear something, the more you believe it. Just like you know your name is Tori. It's not because you just woke up one day going, oh, I'm gonna call myself Tori. You have been hearing that since birth. You heard it over and over and over again. So nobody can tell you that's not your name. That's how affirmations work. You have to speak those things into existence. You keep on speaking it, because what you believe is how you're going to act. Is what you're going to act out.
Yeah.
If you believe that you're not worth much, you're not going to even try. But if you believe God's word that he spoke over your life, when he said that you are fearfully and wonderfully made, that you are royal priesthood, that you are head and not the tail, you're a lender and not the borrower, you're going to go after the things that you know that is purpose for you.
Absolutely.
I'm telling you. So you got to speak it, even if you don't believe it at first. Keep speaking it, because the more you hear something, the more you believe it. Okay.
And again, I got to go back to the awareness, because before you said that earlier, when you were talking about the affirmations, you said, I sat with myself. So that comes before the affirmations.
Yeah.
And so, you know, in the work that I do, talking about nervous system regulation, if we don't, just like you just said, the word, everything is energy. So those words carry a certain energy.
That's right.
And if I am still feeling like I'm not worth much, the affirmations ain't gonna do no good.
You got to keep saying them, because you may not feel like it at first. You got to keep saying them, because the more you hear something, the more you're going to believe it. Y'all, when y'all start your affirmations, when you get this book, because I know y'all gonna order it from Amazon, Speak Life by Latice Logan. You may not believe what you're reading about yourself, but say it over and over. Say it out loud. Begin to feel what you're saying. It's almost like acting at first. The actresses, you know, that go out and they do movies and stuff, they got to become what they're saying, you know, in the film. That's how affirmations work. Say them over and over and over, and you're going to believe what you hear all the time. Okay, just say them out loud.
But you can't skip that step. You can't skip the self-awareness and dealing with yourself.
That's right. You got to deal with yourself.
You cannot skip that and then think affirmations are going to work. You got to do the work first.
It's so important.
It is. Do the work, y'all. And it's not easy. But that's why you got coaches like us to help support you in your journey. You don't have to, it's not a DIY project. It's not.
Right.
You know? But yes, don't skip steps. A lot of people say, I say the affirmations, nothing changing, because it's internally. You got to get to the subconscious brain. You got to unpack some stuff. You got to do the work, y'all.
Yeah. Got
to do the work.
Yeah, that is so true. You just said something, but my mind is racing so much. But the work is, it prepares you. See, when I've been out of work for 8 months, I didn't just sit. When I tell y'all, I was looking at videos that will empower me. I was been reading books that will, you know, empower me, to shape me, to even professional development videos. So when I do go back in the workplace, I'll know how to conduct myself even more professionally, because professionalism in the workplace it separates the men from the boys. Like, you got to know how to act. You got to know the language. So I've been studying.
That's good.
You know, the past 8 months. So now, see, I'm ready. I'm ready to take over the world. I'm trying to tell you.
So y'all heard it here first.
Exactly. I'm trying to tell you, do the work, y'all.
Do the work. Do the work. One thing too, TC, that just in you saying that, protecting our gateways. What are you watching? What are you listening to?
Right.
Who are you around? You're not around people, like you said earlier. And that's the beautiful thing about it. When you make up your mind and you decide who you are, what this new identity, who am I in this new identity, then the people, sometimes they do just start to fall away.
That's right.
You don't even got to do the work to get rid of them.
That's true.
They just fall
become
out.
Who you are.
That's just become who you are.
Yeah. Who God says you are. You become that. The people that do not supposed to be attached to you will fall off.
Fall away.
My dad, he taught me something early. He said, no one person is smarter than a group of people. So get you some wise counsel. Be around people that's smarter than you, that is in a position that where you want to be. Because a wise man said, if you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room.
That's
right?
It. That's right.
So if you want to be better, be around people that's better. Now, not better than you as a person, but better than your current situation. Okay, but if you around broke folk and all they talk about is not having money,
get out the room.
Get out that room.
Get out the room.
Be around some people that's gonna empower you
and gonna challenge you.
Yes,
because those people gonna think differently.
That's right.
Like you said, they gonna speak differently. Their mindset is different.
Right.
And it even in that can't stop going back to awareness, because you will be challenged to pull away sometimes in those rooms that you're not used to being in.
That's so true. That's a good point.
But if you do the work and you know that it's my birthright to have everything that I deserve and desire, you stay.
That's right.
And if it's something that comes up that you don't like about yourself, do the work, unpack it.
That's right.
Where is this coming from?
That's right.
And then affirm yourself and speak life and say, I deserve to be in this room.
That's right. That's right. And deserve to be in the room. How do you deserve to be in the room? You've done the work. There's no way that you can go in a room that you're not prepared for and be confident. Prepare yourself now. In your waiting season, prepare yourself. Do the work. Find out what is my weaknesses, and then make those weaknesses stronger. What am I good at? Be better. What am I not good at? If you want to do it, do the work to be better. See, we have the power to become whatever we want to become, but what separates us is some willing to do the work and some not willing to do the work. There's work in this thing to become great and to become who you know that you deserve to be. Is going to take work. It's not going to fall in your lap. It's not.
This becoming is coming up, so I got to share this story with you. Me and Anthony were walking on Father's Day, and you know how me and my daddy, inseparable. And so I had a moment. I was crying, and I said, I wish my daddy was here to see who I am becoming. And as quickly as I said that, God said to me, it's because of his absence that you are becoming. Because I had become so dependent. That was my safe space.
Oh, this girl done preached. Lord have mercy. That was good.
It was because of that.
Wow.
Because other than that, I would have just stayed comfortable, and I would have never learned how to be my own safe space with God, instead of depending on my daddy and my granny to be my anchor.
Wow.
And just like with you, TC, and you said this earlier, I think, that position, 10 years, that was school. That's all.
It was.
Because if we taking over the world, you gotta have some schooling.
Let's go. Like you gotta do the work. You gotta prepare. God is so amazing. He loves us so much that he will not set us up to fail.
Absolutely.
So we gotta do the preparation in order to be able to digest what he has put on the inside of us. So I went to school. And when I say that, I stayed on that job for 10 years to learn about the community and learn about how to talk to people, even donors, how to do public speaking to the masses. I learned all of that. So now I'm ready to speak on behalf of those that voices have been silent and that don't feel like they're being heard. The voice has not been taken away from them. It's just they don't know that you don't have to be silent. You can actually speak up for yourself, and you deserve and what you deserve. So I'm going to amplify those voices that think they're silent. I'm going to give them a microphone.
That's right. Oh, I love that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Give them their microphone,
Right.
TC.
I am.
Oh, I love it. This is so good.
Yeah.
We got to do this again.
Absolutely.
I'm going to let you pick the topic again because you... This was so good. I love that.
Yeah.
So the takeaway today, I pray that y'all take away something from this conversation. Everything starts with awareness and perspective.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not always easy to shift your perspective when you're in the middle of the storm.
Yeah.
But it has to be done.
Right.
Because we can sit and mope and woe is me, or we can decide that there's greater. This is preparation. And I think a lot of women, a lot of people feel like they're stuck, or like you felt, like I felt, what's happening? Why is this happening to me?
Yeah.
But if we switch our perspective, you're not stuck. You're being positioned.
You're being positioned. It is not punishment.
It's not punishment.
It's not. It's necessary. I'm telling you, it's necessary. No, it don't look like it now. It doesn't, because you're in the thick of it. Yeah. But if you change your perspective and get the lesson, I'm telling you to change your life.
Change your life.
You're in this to change your life. What you're in right now is because your life getting ready to change.
And your life is going to change, so you can help change somebody else's life, because it's not just about us.
That's right.
It's about the collective.
Exactly.
Speak Life is going to touch so many people, so many people's lives. You know, and the position that you held for 10 years prepared you to speak into, because man, the homeless, the unhoused, however we want to term it, they absolutely deserve for somebody to be able to speak into them.
That's right. They do.
And let them know that you got a choice. You don't have to be here.
That's right.
So.
That's right. So it's not punishment. It's positioning.
Positioning. Thank you, TC.
Yeah, absolutely.
This was absolutely amazing. Please go get her book. She is also a coach. Where can they find that information at?
So you can just find me easy on Facebook under Latice Teasley Logan. I'm on Instagram. I am on TikTok. You guys can find me really, really easy. And connect, and let's change the world together.
Let's change the world.
Okay. Thank you, Tori.
Thank you. Y'all speak life. See y'all next